So you want me to go ahead and explain each and every?
Yeah. Why don't you do that? Because on the security piece, I don't do that.
Yes. Yep. 1 second. I'm just sharing that application. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So these are the 3 components. I have some trouble with the screen sharing thing. You can see my screen. What is it you're seeing? Like, is it the presentation or?
No, introduction to SAP Security.
All right. Okay. Let me put it that way itself. Okay. The 3 components which constitute security are, in information availability and information. 1 second. All right. Okay. Now I'm back to presenter. Okay. Sorry for this.
Wait, I just noticed that your computer is overloaded. Would you like to hide all webcams and stop sharing your cam if you're doing so?
No, I'm not actually. No, I'm not actually doing any webcam thing. Seems like there is some settings. Okay, fine. I think we're good now.
Okay.
You should be able to see now. Okay. So.
All right.
So I think this particular slide, I don't think we should really concentrate on.
Okay, let's do overview of SAP. You can do the overview of SAP Security.
All right, I'll just try to. Yeah. So class. Overview of SAP Security, and actually in the recent times, at least from last 1 decade, the importance of SAP Security has become predominantly more because of the financial frauds which are happening around the major organizations and the auditing. And
I tell you what, because this is like a demo. This is not a full session. So here's what I guess what I want to get out of this demo is I'm not technical. I'm 0% technical. I don't program, nor do I find it interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just go here. Yeah. I mean, otherwise I would do basis, okay, if I wanted to. But I find programming is just not my forte.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I understand that. Yeah.
That's why I wanted to go here. So this is a demo. So instead of reading me, step by step by step, I want to know what is taught in this class. And I mean, any like NetWeaver administration, any GRC, what comes with this?
So you want to see the course content, or I'm actually kind of confused.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're going to be doing the training. So I want to know, like, what exactly am I going to learn? Yeah, show me the course content, and then I guess we can go into, instead of going reading, because this is a demo, I'm not going to have the whole lesson.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
so I think this would be better for a nutshell for you. It's just to basically tell me, we learned this, and maybe how I can utilize this in the real world.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be more beneficial for me.
Yes.
Do you do SAP Security? Or are you only doing training?
I'm actually like for the past 6 years, I was actually with various organizations. I worked with Thomson Reuters, Robert Bosch, and Accenture, and at least from the past 1 year, I'm completely into corporate trainings and online trainings, basically SAP Security and GRC 300.
Okay, see, because I think with me, I'm going to have to learn the GRC too.
GRC, okay.
Yeah, I think, because I'm looking to see what skills I'm going to incorporate.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with me, I'm also going to incorporate GRC and maybe NetWeaver.
Uh-huh.
Administrative piece, I think I'm going to need those.
All right.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're correct. So in that case, I think I may have to rework on the course content details because I have planned this session for you and completely thinking of SAP security. So okay,
Well,
now you should be able to.
I am going to need SAP security.
Yeah, along with GRC.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think I should be learning? Because I mean, I'm in the workplace now.
Mm-hmm.
And
for my better understanding, yes. May I ask a few more? Yep, go ahead, please.
So I have 10 years of SAP HCM.
Mm-hmm.
I have business solutions architecture and design.
Uh-huh.
And I'm a certified BA, I'm certified QA.
Uh-huh.
And I'm certified in Mercury Quality Center.
Yes.
And I'm also a certified change management consultant.
Oh, change management. So you have been into project management also?
No, I don't want to go that direction. Because you know why?
Yep. So
because they get paid the same.
Yeah, and the work will be loaded.
Responsibility.
Yep, I totally understand. Okay. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yeah.
This is the course content which I have planned actually. Since we are not aware of any of the timelines, I haven't mentioned anything. Usually, this is course contents, and these are for the beginners. So in your case, I think we can skip this particular unit and completely because usually I have planned.
I think like introduction to, I think like maybe I'll need like introduction to SAP Security. But I know about the rules and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I don't know about the reporting piece.
So
the only thing I know, the only thing I know is that there's multiple rules you can set up.
Yeah, parent-child role concept.
Yeah, and there's multiple aspects. I mean, I know you don't set up users, you assign users to roles.
Yes. PFCG or mass user assignment, yes.
Yeah, so I know that. And I mean, that's basically all I know.
Okay. So if you want me to mark against the topics which you know, okay. Let me put it this way. So I'm going topic by topic in the second unit. So partially like.
Does that help you any?
Yes, I done that. So you can see my screen now, right?
I can just see an Excel spreadsheet.
You can see the content in it?
Yes.
Okay. Right now, we can. I'm skipping into unit 2, which is user administration, because I'm trying to understand like what are the topics which you have basic idea, and what are the topics you need a bit more brush up, so that I can start up from there. And coming to.
I mean, for me, I know, like, what I told you is all I know.
Yes. So my understanding from the conversation, it would be, user administration to a certain extent, like, deleting users and authorization profiles.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I don't do any of that. I don't have access to that. The only thing that I do is I test the roles.
All right, from the from the quality perspective, from the tester's perspective.
Yeah, and if we have like a user that has a problem, if they're having authorization issues,
okay, SU53.
He'll copy it and test, and then I'll have to figure out why they can't access certain issues.
Okay, and that topic falls under this evaluation of authorizations, and under the unit 6.
So I don't know how to. I think we can start with 2.
Yeah.
Because
so we can start up.
Know. Yeah. I've never been in that part.
Okay, this is the complete. Yeah, this part is completely held by the security people, which usually they won't be comfortable giving to other consultants. You know what I mean, right?
No.
Okay, this displaying of users, displaying or creating of users, copying this actually, it's not a big topic. It will take hardly a couple of hours. And
Okay.
LSMW and user maintenance, LSMW. We use this basically for mass user creations and mass role changes. Now with the implementation of GRC, we are not using this methodology much more, especially for the organizations which have implemented GRC. And for my better understanding,
here's a question. So can they use this? Some companies still use this and don't use GRC?
It's actually, I would say, GRC is partly implemented in many of the organizations, and still majority of the organizations are still trying to roll out GRC. It's still,
so
at least for the next. Yeah, please
if they
go ahead.
don't have GRC, can they use something else like NetWeaver or something else?
Yes. Currently, LSMW, these are the other techniques. These are the standard solutions delivered by SAP if they are not using GRC in their landscape.
Okay.
And adding to that, if they have implemented GRC in their landscape, I would say 30% of the content which we are covering in this course will be covered through, GRC.
Okay.
Because half of the work will be automated. For example, user administration part will be completely automated if any organization have implemented GRC. Having said that, it's always good to know the basics. So not every organization will be implementing GRC. These are the basics. I would say GRC is the next level of what we have understood, understood with the security.
Yeah, no, it's always good to know the normal functionality.
Yes.
That's fine.
So yeah, so I would say we would better start up with the basic core security concepts, and then we can top it up with GRC concepts.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep, and for my better understanding, you have did you get a chance to work on GRC? Like, do you have idea like if your organization which you're currently working have implemented GRC or not? All right.
No, all right. I have to ask, but I don't know because, like I said, I don't have access to anything. All I think I do is I just test the roles. The security guy sets them up.
Yeah, they'll be setting up some
password. I log in.
Send you the password. Yep, totally understand. And if you
So the security guy I work with, he sends me the information, the login, I test things. So I don't have access to the administrative piece or anything.
Yep, I got the basic concept.
Okay.
And user administration part will be covered again in the GRC, and Unit 3 remains as such. I mean, security authorization concept will remain standard irrespective of we have GRC or not. We need to understand these concepts completely. And coming to the authorization concept, what we will be covering, I will give you a brief idea in this. We will be covering mostly we'll be talking about the authorization objects and the authorization fields.
Okay.
And
so we'll do Unit 2. We'll start with Unit 2, right?
Yeah, we'll be starting with the Unit 2, and then we'll be talking about this. Unit 2 again is kind of shared. The knowledge what we gain in the Unit 2 is mostly can be leveraged for GRC also.
Okay.
And
the only thing is,
again,
I think like in Unit 2, you can explain to me what's standard and then what GRC changes, you know?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you think this is going to be easy for me?
I think initially it would be easy, and later the core concepts what I suggest you have to concentrate more in is in the unit 3. I would say unit 3 is the heart of SAP security, SAP security authorization concept.
Okay.
Unit 2 actually it would be kind of it would be easy as pie for you, because since you have like plenty of experience in the SAP side, it would take hardly a couple of hours. And SAP Unit 3 is the heart of the SAP security, as I said. We'll be concentrating mostly on the functionality of the roles and the type of roles, and getting deeper into the roles, like how the roles are being comprised of. Roles are basically comprised of authorization objects, and authorization objects are the building block of the SAP security. Every security, whatever we maintain, are controlled. Every security aspect is controlled through authorization objects. And again, in the authorization objects, I'll show you a brief diagram. Like,
right.
Are you able to see?
Right.
Are you able to see?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Nice. For example, this is the authority check. This is just an overview. I mean, to just give you a brief idea. For example, if you're calling any transaction from the SAP GUI, what it will do initially, first thing it will do is the authorization check, SAP authorization check. Here you can see, right?
Right, I see. Right.
And depending upon the kinds of activities we maintain. All right, I have to go back a bit. Yeah, see, this is the basic building block. What does a role comprise of? Role is basically, you must be already aware of. Role contains transaction codes. Transaction codes contain authorization data, which is a collection of authorization objects. For example, if you go to MM01 or MM02, right? The activity what we maintain within that authorization object allows you, for example, in some of the screens, for one particular user, there will be some areas will be grayed out. They won't be able to edit manually, and for few set of users, they'll be able to do manually. They'll be in a display mode, and for few set of users, it will be in an edit mode. That particular things can be controlled through authorization fields, which is again part of authorization object.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, this is some high level information, and it's like there's still a lot to learn in that. So,
no, I understand that, because, like I said, I work with a security guy.
Mm-hmm.
So based on what people do,
mm-hmm.
I have to tell him what info types and transactions they should have.
Yes. Functional people will be giving us input for what are the actual input type they'll be using. We will be maintaining, security consultants will be maintaining that particular information.
Yeah,
so I would
have
say
to
half the job is done by the
it.
functional consultant. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have to tell them if they're a payroll administrator or what they are. I have to tell them what access they should have, or that they're not supposed to have any pay information or salary information.
Yes.
I have to tell him what info type. He'll start with a normal standard role,
yeah.
And then he'll have to take those info types out and create another role.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
So technically speaking, from one perspective, any person should be able to do this kind of activity. But for the segregation of duties point of view, this modification of roles responsibility has been binded over to the security consultants. So this is one of the prime reasons why role modification has been withheld only with the administrators. So because half the information is provided by the functional consultants or the developers most of the times, but technically they'll be in a position to change those roles. But from the segregation of duties point of view, these responsibilities have been withheld from the functional consultants. I mean, from your job perspective, from you basically, in a simpler way, if I can say.
I mean, that's why I decided to do this, because I thought it would be very easy for me.
Yeah.
Because like I work with a guy.
Yeah.
and he has no idea when they have an issue. He has no idea what transactions they should be having.
Yes, again, that information, security consultants will be mostly dependent on the functional consultants. I mean, on you.
Right.
Based on your inputs, security consultants will be doing the role modifications.
And then he has a problem with testing.
Yes.
Because there's certain things he doesn't know.
Yeah, because you're right. So, all right, I think I'll see.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So again, moving to the next topic a bit, authorization check is what you do based upon your findings as a tester. You will be giving the inputs to the security consultants, right? And is what authorization check is all about. Authorization objects we just covered, and designing, maintaining the authorization concept is again the initial requirement. For example, in your case, if you want to take the example from the experience what you said, so the info types and the kind of parameters that we need to be maintained in the role is covered in this particular topic. You know, and designing and maintaining the authorization concept. The same thing is with these two, and this particular topic, SAP Security Check Indicators, is actually a one-time activity which we will be performing during the initial installation of the SAP. All the rest of the activities we will be performing in a day-to-day basis. You know, if at all there is any new development, or you know, if there is any upcoming enhancements, change of roles, or creation of new roles, all these activities.
Yeah. Or if we add like a new personal, or if we add like a new personal area.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like a merger or an acquisition.
Yes, yeah. Yes. And when it comes to this topic, SC24, usually the rest of the activities we will be performing on a day-to-day basis, or at least on a quarterly basis, depending upon the size of the organization, depending upon the planning of the major releases. Okay, and this particular activity we do only when there is any major enhancements. You know, from the, for example, if we are completely we are in enhancement packs. Currently, you will be in EHP. Enhancement packs are nothing but system upgrades.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. This activity we will be performing hardly, I would say, yearly once, or not more than that. And this is a kind of one-time activity, I would say.
So these are like for support packs, or these are for like upgrades?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And in this particular activity, what we will be doing is, whatever the authorization objects are which are to be modified, or whatever the, for example, if you want me to give any standard example, okay, let me take with P_origin is one of the HR authorization objects. Before this previous versions, there used to be only 3 fields within that. And after the recent enhancement packages, there are some new additions within that. For example, before that they used to maintain info types in a separate authorization object, and that's just an example point of view I'm saying. And with the latest enhancement pack, they have merged that info type maintenance also into the same P_origin. HR info type also is also merged with the existing authorization object. So what we have to do basically is rework the roles which are already existing and re-maintain the info types in a different authorization object, which is a kind of one-time activity. You're getting what I'm trying to say?
Yes. But if you use GRC, is this automated?
GRC, okay, I can help you with that. GRC automation can be done for user administration, mostly. Automation in the sense like we can what automation could be of 2 types. For example, it's again organization, how the organization requires. For example, if the organization requires, for example, if there are new users like 10 people have joined the company, and their access has to be set up across the landscape. For example, few people need their access only in production systems. Few people need their access, you know, across the landscape, like development, QA, and production. that can be configured and automated through GRC.
Right.
User maintenance can be, user administration can be completely automated through GRC. For example, creation of users to addition of roles, and for example, there could be, if you are a functional consultant, and there could be periodic changes. For example, opening of periods, closing of these kind of activities you perform like once in a quarter. Right? I mean, there could be certain activities or certain access you will be required only during certain period of time. And
you mean like, is it like security reporting, or what is that, measuring or something?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you're right. And
What's it called?
we know user management. One second. Are you saying open? I'm trying to explain from the quarterly. There could be some activities you perform on a quarterly basis, not on a day-to-day basis, which is kind of sensitive access.
Like the only thing I can see is like reporting.
Reporting.
Like interfaces?
Yep, interfaces I would say yes. You won't be, interfaces is a classic example. Interface creations we won't be doing on a day-to-day basis.
Or like the tax reporting.
Yep, even tax modification is kind of one-time activity, or like, we won't be performing that activity on a frequent basis.
Right, okay.
So, these kind of activities can be modified and at the same time can be done in a much better way through SAP GRC.
Okay.
GRC, I would say in short, is mostly for the auditing purpose and giving the high level information to the management people on how these things are being done. And from a security consultant point of view, user administration tasks are automated to a very great extent. You don't have to create each and every individual user, and the main activity of GRC will be done only in the implementation. So if you can get a chance to work on the implementation of GRC, it would be like, it would be a good exposure of how the GRC functionality will be done. And
I mean, for now, I work for a large implementer,
and
I'm a consultant. I'm American. I'm not an Indian.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you can tell by my accent. I'm American.
Yeah.
Okay. So I work for a large implementer, and I'm a consultant, which means I own my own company. And I'm a consultant. So for me, I bill by the work I do.
Yes. Yep.
So
I get it.
when I finish this course, I can do this work.
So, okay, I have like a couple of questions for you. Based on that, maybe we can plan the course accordingly, because even though if you learn GRC, you will not be doing the configuration part. So what I would suggest is, get a complete overview of GRC, how the tool works, what are the limitations and what are the delimitations, and how good you can put that knowledge into existing, the kind of work you are doing. I would say if you plan the course content accordingly, it would be very useful to you rather than knowing, configuration, because you won't be actually implementing that particular knowledge what you have gained out of it. Maybe I could be wrong, but this is my perspective of saying. Because whatever you're trying to learn, if you can implement, that would be helpful to you. Because knowing the configuration, yep, go ahead, please.
I'm at the security right now. I asked him to use GRC. He'll tell me in a minute.
Okay.
Because I'm on tech. I'm working right now. No, he says they don't use it.
Yeah. So I don't mind extending the course content to GRC, but if
they don't use it. So I mean,
it doesn't make any sense actually.
And then what you suggested, I'll give an overview.
Yeah. Yep. I suggest overview of GRC would be much more sensible than knowing configuration part of GRC. Right. Yeah, and So we are done till this part about the Unit 3 security concept, and this is if you have any doubts till this, like how do you want to take these topics, I can explain, or else I can get into Unit 4.
I think like in 3, I think that you can just explain to me what, what's standard, and then what maybe the difference of like GRC or another tool would be,
Another tool, and there are a couple of other tools like Versa, PCI tool, but I need to know the requirement actually. So maybe then I could suggest you.
Okay, we'll just start with standard. Okay.
I'm sorry?
We'll just start with standard. And I think maybe like we'll do 3. We'll do 3, and you can just tell me, what standard, and then what.
Yeah.
And what GRC would do, for instance, like you don't have to go into it. Kind of like say any difference would be that.
Yes.
That's
all right. Okay. So what I would plan for this week would be an overview of Unit 2, and this will take hardly one session. So I'm not sure like how will you be comfortable 1 hour session or like 2 hour session per day?
2 hour.
2 hour session. Okay, 2 hours together in one go, or like morning and evening session.
I would prefer daytime.
Daytime. All right.
See, I'm lucky. I work from home.
Okay.
But okay, the security guy just told me that they don't use GRC, but the client does.
Okay.
So how does that work? If the company you work for, the implementer does not use GRC, but the client uses GRC.
Most of them, I would say it would be useful if you know the GRC point, but I'm not sure. It will definitely be useful, but from the implementation perspective, maybe you won't be getting a hands-on experience in real time. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
but you will have a better understanding like what is exactly happening within the system and how well things are being managed in the system. But you will have a very good idea about it if you get to understand GRC.
Okay.
I mean, at least from your job perspective point of view.
I mean, like when I finish this, I can start doing some security stuff. But my contract for here is like my work is real slow. So that's why I'm actually picking up the course, because I have extra time.
All right. So
my business has changed. It's real slow right now. And I'm thinking that maybe I'll take a security course.
Yeah.
And I'll get another client. Maybe I'll apply for a computer like this.
Yeah, even I would suggest that. Even for GRC, even if you wanted to start GRC, good and better understanding of security is required. So I would suggest we'll start up with security, and once we see, we'll assess how things are going after a while, maybe after a week or so, how things are going, how from a hands-on point of view and from the technical concept point of view. Based on that, we'll try to take a couple of sessions on GRC and see how it goes. Maybe then we can reassess how things are going. Initially, we'll start up with security core concepts, and then we'll think of GRC in the next level.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah, because even
how I start where I'm at is we took the training course online the same way. Like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I took a course. And then what I did from taking the course, I went and got the job.
Oh, okay.
And I lied on my resume.
Oh.
Like 10 years ago.
Oh.
So I said I had skills I didn't. and I passed an interview.
Oh.
I went to job.
Oh.
It was horrible. And I didn't get fired.
Oh.
So I finished that project.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to another project
Mm-hmm.
and was kept for a year.
Oh.
So, you know, much as you can learn, but once you go to client site, it's a little different.
Yeah, and in the real-time scenarios are a bit different from what we actually do in hands-on. So we'll try to cover as much as we do from a real-time scenarios point of view, like how we actually encounter issues in the real-time scenarios. Based on that, we'll do our learning, and we'll do like a couple of case studies also I have planned for this particular. I have like based upon my experience, I have like a couple of case studies. Maybe I can take a couple with you.
So you wonder how people take a course and they go get a job. Like
basically,
you train people, you're always afraid they'll get fired, right?
yeah. So I understand. So if you can see my desktop, these are the couple of case studies which I usually maintain in my personal laptop. Maybe I can share that, because most of the people will be asking only for the course content. So I know, like, since you're in the SAP platform for quite some time, you will know like how actually the things work. You know, what we learn from the textbook point of view is a complete different ball game when you are actually trying to work on. So
yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it's totally different. So I would say we should do a couple of case studies also, like for every course I have planned.
That would be nice.
These are the yeah. So unfortunately, I don't have any in this machine for security. For basis, I do have, but I'll prepare some. In the meantime, we'll start up with the basics, and then we'll do the case studies for each and every topic step by step. 1 second, let me just share you one more thing. I wanted to show the actual. From a standard SAP point of view, this is the course which we'll be covering. So ADM 940 is the course suggested by SAP for security consultants. You can see my screen, right?
Right.
Yeah. Let me just share the. These are the actual concepts. ADM 940, just like even for HCM also, there are some standard HCM 100, I guess, the course for HCM consultants.
An AMD 940?
Yeah, this is ADM 940. These were standard course content suggested by SAP people for security. I mean, this is actually a 3-day course. On a standard basis, it's like 3 full-day courses. So I would say like 8 hours a day, 24 hours is what's standard suggested by SAP. So even if we can plan 30 hours course, including case studies, I think we should be in a good position, from
So would I be learning this too, or would not be learning this?
I think I'll talk to the SmartMan people, like how are we going to
yeah, because I will have to, because I have some extra time because I'm not doing the basics.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe we can concentrate a bit more on case studies. So that could give a better exposure. So in the meantime, I'll try to talk to SmartMan people, like what are their infrastructure arrangement from the sandbox point of view, where we can practice.
Okay.
So I think I'm pretty much done from the demo point of view. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Okay. No, I'm good. So you think you can put up with me?
I think, yeah, you have made my work easy, because since you're from a SAP background and you have been in the SAP real world from quite some time, so it would be very you know, we already got a jump start, so it should not be a difficult task.
Okay, and you know, I have some other friends that I can refer later.
Yeah,
Because
we can take it step by step.
Now I have some swamp time. They're coming at me saying, "Oh, you're so lucky. I wish I could do something too."
It's all right. So I'll share this course content with smart mind people. Maybe he can share the same with you. If you wanted to ask, maybe you can take time and see. You can put a more column here, remarks. You can, if you want to give any feedback on, if you want more information about any of these particular topics, you can give. We can go in depth about that particular topic or go in standard way. It's fine. So because we have some extra time because of the basics we are skipping. So, I don't think we don't have anything much to worry about. So all right then. I'll talk to SmartMind people. Maybe you can give the feedback about the demonstration to them.
Yeah, that's fine. Have Shreya give me a call back once you kind of figure out.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. All right.
All right. Super. Thank you for your